It's the NFL on EA Sports, where we'll see which conference reigns supreme today. It's the Bears and the Texans on Sunday night.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in off a good win on the road, and now they hit the home opener at 1-0.
And they looked awfully good last week and came away with a 2-touchdown victory. They did have a few reasons for concern defensively, but all in all, they'll take a repeat here if they can get it.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Bears, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage.
The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So the Bears ready to go on offense, and it's the #1 overall pick leading them out, the Heisman Trophy winner from USC, Caleb Williams.
And I can't imagine that week one was anything except a whirlwind for this young man. A few bright spots in the opener, but as expected, a few rookie mistakes as well. Let's find out if he learned from them, and will show some progress and improvement starting here in week 2.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 10 carries, 56 yards.
Not a horrendous week last week running the ball, but definitely room for improvement for their numbers. No doubt they made some slight adjustments to how they're going to call plays this week in hopes they can kick those numbers up a notch.
Right back to Swift again on second down. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out. How vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They'll stay on the ground. He's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And the Texans scoop it. And they have possession. And they have it at the 38-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
Texans offense heading out behind their quarterback in his second season. Last year's Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud.
And he's coming off of a truly remarkable rookie season where he quieted a lot of his doubters in a most emphatic fashion. Remember, going into the draft, many thought he was the #2 quarterback coming out of college. He proved quickly he was a top quarterback going into the NFL. One of the best rookie seasons by a quarterback in recent memory. And what's scary about it, he's not even close to reaching his ceiling.
The numbers for Mixon last week, pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5. You look at this Bears defense. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man, and are you going to win that battle? Are you going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground? Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
The kick by Fairbairn is good, and it's now 3-0 Texans.
So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They fumbled the last time they had the football. Fortunate that it only led to a field goal. 3-0 the score as they start 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground with Swift.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, this defense for the Texans, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
Here's 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Williams.
And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45.
And the Texans will take over.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. The drive will start with an option going left. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. Here's Stroud.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Stroud looking to throw.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
Here's Jones on the return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Bears take over.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. Play action. Now Williams. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Texans are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
It's the first time that they've looked his way tonight, and he comes up with a 1st down on the play. Mixon will try the right side. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Stroud to throw it.
Dumps it off to Mixon. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
Right now in the National Football League, they're ranked number 18 against the pass.
Definitely going to need to be physical with these receivers, whether that's right at the line of scrimmage, trying to jam them and bump them off their routes, or when the ball arrives and you go ahead and put your shoulder into them and try and knock it loose.
Here's 3rd and 10. A shotgun snap to Stroud. That is caught.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Stroud out of the gun here.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
3rd and goal, Stroud.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tank Dell, his 1st touchdown of the new season. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his 2nd season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Onto the field now come the Bears.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They run out of the gun with Swift, and he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick, this one in that neighborhood as well. And take it right on the 30. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Ready for the second quarter from Houston. It's the Texans in possession of the football. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other. So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Mixon with a first down carry. Kevin Byard up to make the tackle.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
From the gun on third down, here's Stroud. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 28. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Stroud working out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Schultz. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 16. Here goes Stroud again. Over the middle, he gets it to Collins. And the Texans are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. Mixon will take this one in for a Texans touchdown. So another touchdown for him on the year now, Charles. He had 2 in the opener last week and hits pay dirt for a third time here.
And with good health, he's got a really good chance to be up there among the leaders in touchdowns scored when this season comes to an end. Quick question, partner. Is it bad luck to toast him with a sports drink?
Not at all, partner. I think that's a fantastic idea. Cheers. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes our score 17-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and it's second down. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a third down. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bears now ready to take over again. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. First down, and they go with Swift again. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. From the 46-yard line, a 2nd down and 6. Here's Williams. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Looking to throw is Williams. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
To throw, it's Williams. Going back to Allen, he's got him again. And he's going to be down at the 35, gain of 7. From the 35, here's 2nd down and 3. On play action, here's Williams. He'll get this into the hands of Adunze. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the 1st.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Back to the running game with Swift. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. 2nd down and 6 now. To throw, Williams. Flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. How to approach this. 3rd down and 16 yards to go. To the air, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Rome Odunze with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Bears get a bit closer. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead to 17-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Houston set to take over. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment?
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
Offense.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, Mixon. And he'll take this one only up to about the 21. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. That'll be a 48-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their block.
Under pressure, they got him again. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again 3rd and long now. Swift going to try up the middle. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's taken to the 26. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans with the football here late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. And that's going to be incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
And Stroud now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Schultz. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Stroud. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. Touchdown, Houston. Stephon Diggs. As the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. So this offensive unit, yeah, they were solid in the opening week victory, and now they are looking just as sharp here in week 2.
And that's exactly what you want, too, because you want to get better each and every week and really ramp up as the season goes on. I know it's still early in the season and a lot can happen, but this offense, they look like they're going to be fun to watch each and every time out.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Bears going to get one more possession in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where it was the visiting Bills who were able to come away with the victory on the road. Khalil Shakir, a touchdown catch in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. It was a terrific first half from the former Offensive Rookie of the Year, C.J. Stroud. He fired his guys into the lead with 2 first-half touchdown passes as they were looking like a well-oiled machine in the first half of play.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Now Stroud. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
A 4-yard loss. It's 4th down.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Jones on the return. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field.
And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Off the play fake, it's Williams. And that's out to the flat for Swift.
Just a gain of a couple there, and that'll make it second down.
Throwing is Williams.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Will Anderson, his 2nd sack of the night.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
I think he thought he had his first read open on that one, but they were obviously ready for that throw, and that's just a lack of experience showing. Young quarterback stared his man down the whole way, and they were more than happy to sit on that route and bring home the INT.
Houston's offense taking over again. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Stroud. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9.
Inside handoff to Mixon. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
But you know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it 1st and goal.
Mixing up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal. Another try for Mixon. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Joe Mixon
with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year.
And the Texans take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. So how about this start to a year? Fantasy owners take note. 2 rushing touchdowns in the opener. 2 more here in week 2.
So a nice pickup by 2 entities. 1, this team for making sure they acquired this guy. And 2, anyone who plays fantasy who has him on their team.
So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Chicago offense set to get started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And taken down just shy of the 40.
Holding offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They go back to the ground, this time Swift. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there.
Holding offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Back to throw. Williams.
A quick throw there is incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively, and you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And taken right at the 35. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. So here are the Texans to take over. Last week they got the victory against the Colts. So they lead this one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10.
Stroud to throw it. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
They'll start with the option. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Holding offense.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw. Williams. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
And some play callers, when they go into games, they don't mind calling a lot of screens, and they don't care what down. They were maybe 1 block away from really having something there to start this drive. Good job defensively to cut through the blockers and make the tackle on the screen, or that could have gone for maybe 15 or 20 yards.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Williams.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Santos' kick is up and through, and they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Well, they're able to come away with the interception, Charles. They aren't able to move the ball all that much. However, they do get 3 out of it with a field goal.
Yeah, and anytime you do force a turnover, you have to come out of it with points. Everybody wants 6. They'll take the 3 there. Now it's their opportunity to do it again.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Texans offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a rough night at the office for him. He's been more of a liability than an asset throughout the contest. And this offense is having a hard time overcoming his struggles to this point.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
The last drive for this offense, Charles, you remember it ended in 1 play, that quick interception, but they do still have the lead as they start this drive here.
And that's something to focus on for them as well, because it's not quite no harm, no foul. But the interception, hey, shake it off, move on. Hasn't cost your team the lead, and now it's time to rebound. And the quarterback and his teammates, they can add to the lead with a good drive here.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
In motion right, that's Collins.
From the gun, a give to Mixon. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long.
Stroud looking to throw. Taking a shot for Dell here.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Houston.
Take Dell.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Texans are able to widen their advantage.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Bears offense now getting ready to take over.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Williams from the gun on 3rd down.
And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
Taking it about the 16. 49-yard punt, 5 on the return.
And the Texans will take over. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he had it going in the first half, that's for sure. He's really had his way with his secondary. They've been powerless to stop him, and he'll look to keep it rolling right here. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And that one to the right side and incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the 3rd row.
And Diggs has it. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. It's Mixon on the counter. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away.
On the return is Jones. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Bears take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Ball on the 39. Here's the 2nd and 8. From the gun, here's Williams. He's got the connection to Moore. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Here now, 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Being just short of midfield, they decide to take a crack at it on 4th down. They don't come through.
Sometimes it's just showing confidence in your defense. You know that they're good, and they'll take care of you. A lot of coaches during the week will announce to their team, we're going to be aggressive, guys. We're going to go for it. Hey, defense, you got me? A little bit of a challenge to them to see if they'll pick up the rest of the team.
We'll see how they respond now. And he stopped immediately there. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field.
Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Here's 2nd and 10.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take this down close to a 1st down at about the Bears' 36.
67 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Throwing now is Stroud.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the 1st down.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
2nd and 9.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Infraction, defense.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Looking to throw. Stroud.
A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete. The CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but They'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Here's Williams. Give him another one right back to Allen.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
To throw, it's Williams.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. He's to the 15.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Tyler Scott, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Bears get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this 4th quarter deficit.
Now the point after try for Santos. And the lead is down to 24. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And the end result is a Bears touchdown.
And able to get this out to the 25. The home team's offense and running back Joe Mixon set to take over once more. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the 4th quarter.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing.
They've got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
And this has been the story all night long. They just came out firing and have not backed off, even with the big 4th quarter lead. Here's another completion for big yardage.
This offense really looking polished these first couple of weeks. Here's 1st and 10.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Brings up 2nd down at the 49-yard line.
In motion left here, one of their tight ends.
Back to Mixon on 2nd down.
And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
They need 18 yards here on 3rd down.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
On the handoff, this is Swift.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
That is caught. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Now the big play pushes him all the way out to the 40 now for first down.
Looking to throw is Williams. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Second down and a little more than a yard here.
Operating from the gun, Williams.
That'll